All right, that's about that time, so let's get started. So we started talking about the unit circle last time, which is pretty simple. Basically, on the unit circle, sine is the y-coordinate, cosine is the x-coordinate, tangent is the slope. So if you remember that, you're good. So cosecant, is it 1 over sine or 1 over cosine? Sine. So we're going to go 1 over y. If I look at my picture here, where is 4 pi over 3 in this picture? And so unfortunately, they didn't label it for you. Yeah, it's in quadrant 3 because going around from there to there, well, you can't see my finger on the screen, sadly. So you know from like x to negative x, that's 180, which is pi. So we were going that half circle and then plus another pi over 3, which pi over 3 is how many degrees? 60. So we're down here at, see if it'll show that. No, well, you can kind of see my pen flow. So we're down here at that one. All right. So the y-coordinate is root 3 over, or negative root 3 over 2. So 1 over that. And it doesn't say I have to rationalize denominators. Bless you. So negative 2 over root 3. Boom. Easy as pie. Yeah.
So you didn't take the square root?
I didn't do anything. I just looked at the y-coordinate down here. So the y-coordinate is root 3 over 2. So root 3 or negative root 3 over 2. So negative root 3 over 2 is sine of 4 pi over 3. I want cosecant, which is 1 over that. So I just flipped it upside down. I made it 2 over root 3 instead of root 3 over 2. Yeah, it does. But no, that's not what we did at all. We just looked at where it was on the circle and then flipped it upside down because it's cosecant. No, that will not work. Okay. I mean, you really are just having to look at the picture. It's
Square root of 4 is 2, square root of 3 is 4.
okay. You can make it is being recorded. So you can make it simpler by just saying, oh, it's look at the picture. Okay. So 11 pi over 6, well, that's just nearly 12 pi over 6, which would be 2 pi. So 2 pi is all the way around, so I'm stopping 1 short of that. So I'm down here at this one. If it'll show a box or something. Yeah, that one. So the cosine is it x or y? It's x. So x is root 3 over 2. Are you going to write a song for me, Angel? If I go negative 11 pi over 6, it's the same thing, except instead of going clockwise around, I'm going counterclockwise. So I wind up at this point up here. Right? And what? Okay. So you normally go counterclockwise. Since it's negative, we go clockwise. Did I say the opposite? Okay. Sorry. I don't know why, but in math, counterclockwise is normal, and so in my mind, that's normal. Yeah. Okay. So we're going clockwise instead of counterclockwise because of the negative, which means we wind up here. And so it's still root 3 over 2. What are you saying? He's always an asshole. Don't say today.
I mean, that's true. So.
I don't really think of that far.
All right. So in particular, notice that they're exactly the same, right? So cosine, well, because it's the x, I mean, whether you go clockwise or counterclockwise, you still wind up at the same x coordinate. So cosine is actually the same either way if you put a negative or not. we had a name in algebra for a function like that. What do you call it when you plug in a negative, you get the same thing as if you plug in positive? Maybe I should pull up my little note and talk about that a second. It won't take very long. So,
I don't have it.
Even function.
and even functions, so if f of negative x equals f of x, then that's called even.
Is that like a rare thing?
Yes and no. I mean, it's kind of like if you're graphing or whatever, is it rare to wind up actually on the axis? Like, yes, the odds of it's 0. That said, if you have any point, you can kind of think about it as 2 points that are both on the axis. The same thing happens if you have any function. I mean, the odds of it being even or odd are really, really small, but you can always break it up into an even function and an odd function. So it's really common in that sense too. But yeah, let's erase that picture. And then, so cosine is even. And so secant is as well because it's just 1 over cosine. Bless you.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten enough sleep to be around anyone sick, so I'll get in there.
She's saying she thinks you're going to make her sick. Okay. While we're at it, odd functions are ones where if I put in a negative, I can pull the negative outside, which all the other trig functions are odd. So sine, tangent, cosecant, cotangent are all odd.
I don't know why that's the case.
These guys are all odd. So cosine and secant are even, all the rest of them are odd.